Hi, I'm Life Coach Landry, and the topic is 10 easy steps to building courage to start your own business. Now, I have a ton of clients who are in that, I'm kind of motivated. I'm not really sure I can do it. I feel like I'm ready, but they haven't quite taken that plunge. And a lot of times, what you'll see is a lot of people get excited about being what I call wantrepreneurs, but they're not entrepreneurs because they never actually do anything. I myself, obviously, I've had my corporate career before. I'm an investor. I play the stock market. I have a couple small business things that I'm invested in. So I do lots of these things. And a lot of people, they always ask me, how do you get started? Where do you go? How do you keep yourself motivated to do these things? And what I always remind people of is sometimes you just got to pull the trigger and you got to do it. Talking about it gets old, and talking about it is wasting time and not making money. And if making money is something you're interested in and you have a passion behind it, you can turn it into something. So I'm going to give you 10 simple steps for starting your business today, like that you could start writing down and get after right now. Okay. I mean, if you want to get started, but you don't know how to begin from zero, or, I'm going to give you a simple, like really effective approach with 10 steps, step-by-step instructions that'll kind of just get you going. And, during all this, I want you to motivate yourself. I want you to know you're doing something you normally wouldn't do. And yeah, it's going to take a little bit of oomph getting yourself there, but stay motivated. I mean, if you're passionate about something, it's like life coaching for me. I started with a couple of videos. I started talking to people. I already had a psychology degree. It was just a culmination of putting it all together and getting started. Remember, indecision is far worse than a bad decision. Okay, at least a bad decision, you can say that was a bad decision. I know not to do it. I need to go in this direction. Indecision, you're just sitting there. You're wasting time. You're going nowhere. So if any of you just wanted to, just from the smallest type of business, I just want to sell jewelry online, to I want to have a 10-person company and I want to buy a brick and mortar, whatever it is, I'm going to give you 10 steps to get there. Okay. Number one, I want you to write down your vision. Okay. I want you to write down what's in your head, where you're going. You can't get somewhere without knowing what the vision for your business and your life is. Okay. So your life is just as important as your vision. While the end result of your business will probably look a little different than your initial vision, you have to have the end result in mind to start. So you got to have an idea where you really want this to be eventually, right? Is this just going to be a hobby? Is this something you got a little bit of passionate about, but you're not quite sure? Lock this shit down, get serious, put your passion behind it. It'll turn into something. What do you want to do with your business? Try answering these questions. What is it? What do I get? How do I get it? Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. What is it? What do I get? And how do I get it? If you can answer those three things and get them written out in a nice clean sentence, those are the three basic pillars you need before you move to actually starting the business, okay? Number two, research your market. Okay, I can't stress this enough. Don't be stupid and think you're the only, McDonald's chain or burger chain that's about to be in your area. If there's another chain, one block halfway down the street, and it's the most popular destination, competition stiff, know your market. This is such a boring step though. There's no way around it. It's unsexy, but it's also in depth. It's for those exact reasons many well-intentioned first-time entrepreneurs will want to skip over this part, but it's vital that you make this your step number two. Research the market, okay? Sure, I mean, you've probably asked your family, you've asked a few friends, they say it's a great idea. People who love you are always going to be positive about what you're trying to do, unless you just have that aunt that's always ultra realistic. But ultimately, most people are going to go, oh my God, that's fantastic. Of course you should do that. Get on top of it. But what is it? And more important for your research, why would someone want it? Okay. Is there a market for it? Do you know people, just random people you've talked to? Like in psychology, we have a big, push for anytime you want to do something, you need to poll it. Anytime you're doing research, you got to poll it. You got to know it before you get in it. It's not something, we just don't go, we want to test the flow of ketchup today. Well, we want to test the flow of ketchup because we know there's someone looking for the answer to that, and they're willing to put some money or some assistance or some funding behind it. So there's a motivational factor. So, I mean, I do get, I can't get something from someone else, or, how am I getting it? And how is the delivery method better, cheaper, faster, easier, more effective and what I'm about to do. Okay. So these are all helpful questions. And I think that's one of the biggest things I can tell you is ask yourself lots and lots of questions. If you were going to the market and looking at a product on the shelf and it was expensive, you would research it. You would look into it. You'd want to know what other people have to say about it. You'd want to read reviews. These are all things you need to do for yourself before you start a business. Okay. Number 3, create something you can sell. If you can't solve a problem for your market, you aren't going to make any sales large enough to sustain a business. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean in the beginning you should make $1 million come out of the gate in month number 2. What it means is eventually there needs to be sustainable growth, sustainable profit, unless it's something you can afford to do for free for the rest of your life. I think most people are probably going to answer that and go, no, I can't. Right? Because you can market and sell the solution to a problem, that makes it automatically a viable business. Okay. Number 4, this one's pretty obvious. Get a website. Now that you've figured out that your market and your product you're offering need a website, it doesn't matter if you're a retail or online business, both websites matter, or if it's just a matter of, I just want to get something up and going, but I'm not really sure what that's going to be yet. So, think about stuff like that. You don't have to spend a fortune on a website to start. I have friends that build websites. They do them for people for sometimes $500 and they look 100% corporate professional. Okay, GoDaddy, HostGator, all those, even, and use WordPress and things like that. They already have the tools. All you have to do is design it with your vision in mind, and then pay for their domain. And, I think you have to, once a year, you have to pay for the registration of the domain. But past that, a website's a cheap, effective marketing tool. Get on YouTube. Start your channel, promote your product, talk about people. If you're passionate about what you're doing, the business will follow behind it. But if you're not passionate about it, people are going to know it, they're going to smell it, and they're eventually going to go, this feels fake, this feels cheap, I don't feel like this is real, right? If you don't really want to deal with it, go look at Odesk or outsource the web design to somebody you know, or someone you trust, or someone you've heard of, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Number 5, outline your automation. Okay? Let me define what this means. These days, most businesses require some level of marketing or sales automation to really scale. Okay, you hear a lot of about passive income, getting your marketing and your sales processes automated as possible. This can be if you're just putting something on YouTube, if you're just putting something on Amazon, right? You want to be able to, if it's product placement, if it's your videos, you want to have your thumbnails ready. You want to make sure your audio equipment's of quality. You want to have a bunch of things going so that you can do your videos, you can post them and be done. Okay. But also if it's non-YouTube and let's say it's a product you're making in your garage or jewelry you're working, you're selling online, you need something automated so that as the demand comes up, because you should be marketing at this point, as your demand comes up, you have to streamline your process of getting it out. So if you have something that takes 5 steps, you want to try to get to 3. You have something that takes 10, you want to get to 5, et cetera, right? So this will help you maximize the opportunity for truly passive income. Even if you don't want passive income, businesses are actively planning to market your businesses. So you're still going to want to get things such as, a product registration, order tracking, purchasing, or if it's on YouTube, you want to be able to monitor videos, how much viewing. You want to look at your Google AdSense. You want to make sure all those things are connected. You want to monitor your track flow, what days are getting you the most traffic. So that should give you a pretty good indication of outline your automation. Number 6, set up a sales funnel. Okay. If you don't need the robust offering of a site such as Infusionsoft just yet, just think about your business, look at the sales funnel, specific software programs like Lead Pages or ClickFunnels, things like that that are going to drive SEO traffic and things like that, okay? These plug and play into email service providers and payment processing vendors. They're modules that are pre-built, no work, and can be a nice option for small business just starting out until they're ready to scale to bigger platforms. And I say this because don't go all out and try to be custom and do everything yourself, okay? This will only kill your time if you have a real product that then the demand's going to go up from your marketing or whatever. Number 7, I want you to set up an email opt-in, okay? First, you'll need an email service like Aweber, MailChimp, or if you have Infusionsoft or another bigger service provider like Marketo, I think is a good one. Email will be part of the platform already, and this will help you push those kind of things. So you want to think about something like that too, right? You'll want to ensure there are plenty of places out there for people to opt into your email list and your website. You want to generate something so they have a reason to go back to your website or reason to revisit what you're saying and those kind of things. Number 8, start a Facebook page. Facebook is great. It's free, and spreading brand awareness and linking it to your landing pages and website. If you create and curate really valuable content consistently, you're going to build up a following that can help drive your business and your brand. So keep that in mind too. Number 9, I want you to create valuable, shareable content. Okay, what does this mean? You can post your content on a website, a syndicate. You can do it through a service like Rebel Mouse. Post to your own Facebook page. However, if you want the word to really spread, make sure each piece you post is easily shareable and build organic traffic and word of mouth. Okay, so if you're somewhere and you got friends that's going to pass out cards, ask them to hand out things. The whole point here is that you're eventually just loading down. You're marketing yourself. You're just killing it. You want to go out there. You want to kill it, right? But you want to be real because, like I said, this is a passionate thing you're behind, right? So number 10, refine, tweak, and improve as you go. What that means is when you come out of the gate, not everything needs to be perfect. You don't need to have this completely laid out to the T on every one of these steps. This is just for you to be ready to go, for it to be real and working really well, right? But once it's started, go back. Maybe once a month, review everything that you have and how it's being done and think about maybe knocking it out or doing something like that, right? So, you'll never be done, okay? But follow the previous 9 steps, which I'll review one more time. And you should be on your way to establishing your business, right? Because your plan of action is just as important as your thought. You have to, what I always say in my other videos, having some thoughts and hope without a plan is nothing more than a wish. We don't want to work on wishes. We want to get this started. The reason you're probably watching this video is because you've been delaying. You've been wondering how safe it is. If you're passionate about it, it's not that hard. Get out there, get it done. I'm going to do a more in-depth video about how to get your tax, file for your tax ID and things and get all that kind of stuff doing. But the more you learn and make corrections, the better your business will be positioned for success in the long term. Okay, I'm going to recap. Number 1 is write down your vision. What is it? What do I get? How do I get it? Number 2, research your market. Number 3, create something that you can sell. That doesn't mean it has to be a product. You might be able to sell, yourself. You might be good at something. You might be someone that can do how-to videos on YouTube about how to fix Windows. Whatever it is, you need to know what you're doing. So create something you can sell. Number 4, get a website. That should be pretty simple. Everybody does that. YouTube can be your website. Just get somewhere for people to land to get in touch with you for business. Number 5, outline your automation. Number 6, set up a sales funnel. Number 7, set up an email opt-in and make it as abundant as possible for as many people to get into it as you can go. Number 8, start a Facebook page. Number 9, create valuable, shareable content. Number 10, refine and tweak and improve as you go. Don't be too hard on yourself when you first get this started. Have confidence in yourself. You can do this. This is not that hard. I know people that had very little money, didn't have a very strong education, that have wonderful, thriving businesses right now. Okay? I'm a spread everywhere kind of person. I'm in investment. I'm in companies. I like stocks. I love doing services for people. I love having corp jobs. I love consulting. So I'm everywhere. But not everybody's that type of person. Some people are just, they love one type of thing. They're real passionate. They want to get behind it and they want to go all the way with it. Okay. So if you want to follow up on this and you want to get more detailed with me and you'd like to book a personal session, contact me at the email below and specify the video that you watched as to why you're contacting me, or if you're contacting me for, obviously my other subjects on relationships, self-value, enlightenment, whatever it is. So if you found this information of value, show your appreciation by clicking on the PayPal link below, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.